Let me, because if you're being labelled a Nazi and a white supremacist, you're born a Jew, you're a proud Jew.
Yes.
Yeah? You're a supporter of Israel.
Yeah.
Where does the white supremacy come from them, their point of view?
I'm a free speech absolutist, right? And so a lot of Nazis and actual white supremacists are people who are white nationalists, and I don't even necessarily think they are Nazis. I mean, some of them are.
Do you separate white nationalism from Nazism?
Yeah, I do, because white nationalism, as far as I'm concerned, is no different than Zionism, right? You could be a Zionist and you can be...
What does Zionism mean to you?
You believe Israel has a right to exist. I'm a Zionist. I'm a Zionist. You're a Zionist, aren't you?
Yep, let me read this.
You're a Zionist, aren't you?
I'm a Zionist.
I'm a Zionist.
Let me read this.
I believe Israel has a right to exist. It's Jewish nationalism. And so I'm a Zionist, right? But because I defended the free speech rights of white nationalists, I said, so let me understand this. You're okay with Israel, which is an ethno-state existing. Israel is the Jewish ethno-state, okay? Judaism, being Jewish, is classified as a race now. If you believe in Zionism and you're okay with Jews having their own ethno-state, why are you going to try to silence people and criticize white people who are under attack and being told that they're racist and that, you know, they're less than, right? And being accused of all these things from their ancestors and, you know, previous generations, that they're not allowed to have their own states. And so I said, what, you're not allowed to be a nationalist and proud of being white? You're allowed to be a black nationalist, like the Democrats and Black Lives Matter. That's a black supremacist, black nationalist movement supported by the Democrat Party in the country, okay? And even some rhino Republicans have supported it. You're allowed to have any type of nationalist movement that you want unless you're white, right? And so because I defended the free speech rights of individuals who were classified as white nationalists, right? There's a difference between white supremacy and white nationalists. Everybody should be a nationalist. Everybody should be proud of where they come from, right? You're proud to be British, right?
Yep.
You want to protect
English.
You want to
I'm English.
You want to protect your sovereignty. You want to protect your what it means, right? To be a Brit. You want to protect the culture and the heritage, and you want your country to remain majority English, right? Which means what?
Of course.
White English males and
course.
women, right?
Of course.
You don't want it to be overrun by Islamic migrants and foreigners and people who don't even speak your English.
Or any migrants.
Speak English, any migrants.
It should remain a majority.
Right, but that's really, you know,
English
why, you know, given the fact that Muhammad is now the number one name in the UK, right? I'm specifically saying Islamic migrants because that's really the mass migration that has affected the UK and so many other places in Europe. And so you say this, and it's like, what, you're not allowed to be proud of your country. All it means to be a nationalist is that I think we would both identify our political ideologies as nationalistic,
Totally.
right? I'm a nationalist. You're proud, you want to preserve your national sovereignty, and then you just put the color of your skin in front of that, and it's
There's
like...
a meltdown.
There's a meltdown. And so I explain this and they go absolutely ballistic. And because I'm fair and because I say, oh, well, if Jews are allowed to be Zionists and that's essentially Jewish nationalism and an ethno-state, why are we going to be so hard on others? They like me because I have advocated for their free speech rights. And so a lot of people who would otherwise be classified as anti-Semites in the media or people that are labeled as white supremacists or neo-Nazis by the media, they like me, even though I'm Jewish. And sometimes you'll hear them say, like, the only Jew I like is Laura Loomer.
I got this. Why is Laura Loomer flying to Spain to interview the Zionist Tommy Robinson, who works for Israel? So I'm fucking hell. Works for Israel. I'll find it insane, but the argument comes here from some genuine white supremacists and Nazis that label it me, that say because I say I believe in a homeland for Jewish people. If the Muslims have got 52 homelands, why can't the Jews have one? I believe in the only democracy in the Middle East.
Yeah, and how many times, they like to say that Israel doesn't belong to the Jews. Well, how many times is Jerusalem in the Quran?
Yeah.
How many times?
It's not.